Yeah, I'm just, I just did final for health. I don't remember, but I think I got 20 on it, but something like maybe 50, 80. Yeah, but I won't see my grade because it's a finals won't get shown. Because this is Genesis, but I don't even have a Genesis.
I was going to say, can you save Genesis or no?
See, I can't never log in.
Oh, okay. So that's why you can't see. Yeah.
I want to log in, but I never do.
Did you do your writer? Oh, you
Mr.
did.
Harris, how are you?
I'm well. How are you, Mrs. Foss? Good. How was your weekend? It was a good weekend.
Oh no. Oh no. It's just my dad.
Does everybody hear about that?
Yeah.
Did you know 23 people got corona?
It's in Cherry Hill. Yeah. Yo, I got fans from California.
Paul, we think like 50 people are infected in school.
Yo, bro, I think they want me to be in a movie.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. Okay. That's
I'd
horrible.
be great for that movie.
I'd be worried about checking the air vents, get your air vents clean. Because I've done that before too.
So
Like,
it blows up.
100, the guy that did it, he did the dryer vent and that, and it was like 120.
I'll tell them that. I might do my other cast.
Yeah, it wasn't expensive. I've done it once. But I had the same guy come out and do
No,
my
but
chimney
more
and my
for
dryer
Ken.
vent
He'll
for
show
like,
me how to
it
make
was like
I think it'll be hard.
yeah, it wasn't expensive. It was a little over 100. So it wasn't terrible, yeah.
And blacked out by the
No,
end of
I know. I didn't like do anything this weekend because I
shooting
don't
pigs for a
yeah,
while.
even today happened.
Oh my god!
They're drinking.
Shane, you alright?
You good, Shane? You need some help?
We just dropped it. He just threw his pants in
Not even
I feel that.
for my age.
I used to go put my dog down there for an hour and a half. Trying to live with me? Still get free McDonald's out of me.
Olivia, I don't want to hear your.
You got duct tape.
And you're sitting there having like a full meal in here.
Oh, you didn't eat breakfast today?
Hurry up and finish that up.
You
What's
got
up?
duct tape.
I don't. I have tape.
Shane, you want scotch tape?
You know this?
I just disinfected that this morning.
Well, you know what? There you go.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Smack that.
A lot of doctors are writing things online, being like, you guys are acting nuts. Like, it's fine. Like, it's whatever.
Sean, do you not approve?
10% of cases are
Who the hell is Sean? What?
Like, 80%
Did I?
Yeah, you said, Sean, you're not rude?
Did I? Yes. I don't remember
I
saying
want to know, but I don't want to know. My husband turned around and said to me, "Matt wants to do this." I don't want to know.
No.
I don't think he's
Guys.
sugar.
No.
Yo, guys. Shh.
We
No.
just called Olivia Sean.
It's
Kinda
all
concerned.
He's trying to say what's because they haven't confirmed any of it. It's all presumptive.
No, he said Sean,
No,
it was
he
just
Somewhere
wrong.
like that.
So he said it wrong, but yeah, I think he meant to say Olivia,
Cases
there's
are
something
reported
wrong.
by Saturday, so
He
it's
said
still like
Sean,
a week.
is there something wrong?
So we don't really know
They have
if they are or if they're not.
No.
They might not be.
Yeah,
because it-
shut
how many
up,
times have they
Frank.
said there wasn't?
Sean.
It wasn't, sir.
Sean.
That's Sean.
Yeah.
So
You
his
say
name
that,
is Sean.
Sean.
They don't even know, and they don't even know. Yeah.
You say that, Sean?
So, guess what?
I don't know how people say their name is Shane.
I don't have to worry about it.
No, I would have to get called
I
Sean.
said, I don't want to. I said, no, they just don't want to. I said,
seen.
Accepted that yes, it's here, but
Yeah.
you know what?
I never understood that.
Maybe
How are you gonna be called Sean when the thing's spelled as Sheen? I never understood that. I work with people
That's
with
what's
the
for
name
the
Sheen.
first. Like continue
It's
with
not
it.
Sean,
Like her
it's
birthday, her birthday's the
Sheen.
23rd. She'll be 5.
Right.
So her birthday is like this Sunday.
So we call it.
We don't. I mean, this is just my opinion.
If you have a black name, white people will call you the white version of your name. Your name is John.
So yesterday we were calling people by their last letter
New York Times.
as the first, and their first letter as their last.
What?
So like yours would be.
Oh, yeah, so it's like,
That's right.
so it's, I guess if you have a 1, 2,
Here we go.
I could have called it if I looked, but I didn't.
Tyrese would be.
right. Most
He-
people have numbers because they're already old anyway.
I don't even know how you pronounce that. Is your name spelled backwards?
They hide everything before everybody else. Everyone's like, oh my god. And like I saw somebody like interviewing a doctor from CDC yesterday.
Olivia would be ad libido.
How do I know? How do I call him doctor? Or how do I know?
Huh?
Olivia would be ad libido.
Your name. Oh, you actually. Oh,
Your name's spelled backwards.
Shane, all done?
Alright guys.
Wait, can you use the
Some of you
tape?
guys, I don't really think you're doing anything, so I
Can you
don't know
use
if
the
you
tape?
guys are writing things down or
Let me
not.
see if I need it.
why are
What
you
you gonna check?
Things alright.
Did I
Let me
say
check- let me just check if I need
it.
I was gonna say,
Okay,
Kenny.
so.
Let me check.
Yeah, you said some
Let
of
me
it.
get a little bit just in case. If I do.
Shit, what do you mean?
Just put it here just in case.
I was
If I
gonna say,
do.
take a couple pieces, right?
Let me see if I need any.
Here, no, we can do. How about I do this?
Okay. What did you guys have from here? What did you write down?
Yeah.
Was something that you learned from
Alright, I
last
think
week
just do
on
one
Friday
more.
when we watched the
Alright, thank you.
documentary? Alien involved in this. Okay, that's a good one. See, I learned, bless you.
Bless you.
I learned, bless you. I didn't have any idea, like, and I was shocked. I think Mr. Harris and I were talking during the movie that Germany was secretly like building weaponry and hiding it. In elementary school, as disguise, factories disguising them, and as an elementary school, I had no idea that that was even going on.
I agree with Mrs. Wells. Mrs. Wells and I were both saying, oh my gosh, we never learned or heard of that. Where Germany was building, even though there was a Treaty of Versailles, they were still building weapons that had them disguised as factories.
And remember, like, Germany had to hide it because remember we took, after World War I, we took all those things away from them. They weren't allowed to have railroads, they weren't allowed to have factories, they weren't supposed to have this and that and the other, and they had to secede and get rid of all this land. They had to pay back what, money, so reparations, I guess you could call that. So they have to pay back money. They also had to deliver like resources to other countries. So they were basically like doing all this in secret. Like I had no idea. I was shocked. Ben, what did you learn?
I said Hitler was a genius.
Yeah, pretty mastermind behind it. Even he's very obviously
Because
evil bad person.
nobody knew about it until.
Until it was too late.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it was like, oh, all right. Like, and then at that, and I don't think anybody else knew about it either. Chris, did you?
I don't think his own government knew about it.
No, I don't think yet. But I'm sure people in Germany didn't even know about it. Because I'm sure it was kept pretty secret.
I knew that Hitler had went to jail, like, and I knew he was pretty big before then. But I didn't know that after he got out of jail, how much bigger and larger he got.
Right.
Like, I
in terms of
thought
his
that
power,
he
you
had stayed
mean?
like the same
Mhm.
with power,
Mhm.
people, but like I didn't know that he tripled his amount of people and
Mhm.
weaponry and stuff like that. I didn't in middle school. They never taught you any of that. Even
Yeah.
in the beginning of years of high school, they never brought that up.
Yeah. It's interesting, right? Terry, what were you gonna say about Hitler? About that? Okay. Shane.
Hitler.
The fake schools.
Yeah, you thought that was interesting. I had no idea about that too. It was really interesting. What's one would you have?
So I thought that he was like the most trouble in the Great Depression.
Okay, so he was trouble.
Yeah,
That's on
most.
here, okay. Olivia, what were you gonna say?
I'm still writing.
Still writing? Okay.
Oh,
Let me give you ideas.
Sure, Mrs. Wells. I didn't know that night when Hitler went out and had all his adversaries or his disagreeers assassinated.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
That was like a really like
Right.
that he. Well, how many people he said? Over 100 people.
I think so.
I'm sorry, you did that right.
No, because I don't have any copies. So when I make more copies, I'll give you. A second.
And they actually had a name for that night too. I forget what it was.
I don't remember, but yeah, I didn't realize that either. Like, that was a
Hitler Strikes Back.
little known fact about him that he had.
Yeah, instead of Star Wars Strikes Back, it should be Hitler Strikes Back.
Right, and I think another history teacher told me that I didn't realize is that the reason why he had that mustache was because during the war, I guess World War I, when he was fighting, that he ended up inhaling mustard gas, and he had like a scar underneath his face from being burned from the gas, because he had a gas mask but it wasn't fitting properly, and so he got gas underneath and it burned his face, like his upper lip, so that's why he wore a mustache.
That's why he looks so retarded.
Oh,
Kind of nice word.
Wait, you want to know something very interesting that I learned? So all of, like the SS that was around Hitler.
What about
do to your lip? God,
Oh, I busted my lip.
fall down there.
No, I was moving something. It was heavier than I thought. I like literally went right on the floor. It was like this little stupid box. It was
what
like
does that have to do
1,000
with what
pounds.
you're talking about?
So the SS, what?
What were you
Busted
trying
his
to
lip. I
say?
asked him a
So-
question.
Chris asked what was up with my lip. And
Okay,
I busted my
anyway.
lip over the weekend. Anyway, so the SS around Hitler had their belt buckles were actual guns.
Oh, I didn't
So
know that.
they would get disarmed, but nobody knew that their belt buckle
Guys,
was a
hold
gun.
away.
So it was a 22 long rifle, which could do a decent amount of damage if you're close enough. And so they would have belt buckles if anybody tried to kill Hitler.
I did not know that either.
didn't know that either.
That was kind of interesting. Like, if you look at, like, we talked a little bit about this, like in the movie they talked about, but the access powers and the allies, and that was one of the questions that was on your questions. We said, what did you guys have for access? What was considered the access powers? We had Germany, China. Who else?
Italy?
Turkey.
Was Turkey in there?
No.
Do you guys remember?
Australia.
Look at your worksheet.
Australia?
No, your worksheet for the movie guide.
Wait, we had that?
Yeah, you had one of the questions was on there.
That's Friday.
I don't have it.
So we look at, because I think we talked about it on Friday before you guys left. So pull out your movie guide because you're gonna need that anyway.
Probably be the first page.
I don't have it.
You have it. You have it. So I'm gonna look at. Does anyone find the movie guide? What did you guys have for access now? Did you have anything written down?
U.S. and Great Britain access.
Yes.
Yeah.
U.S., Great Britain, we're allies. Right? And then what was access? Germany, China, and China. Right? And Russia. Yeah.
I've done
And then just up a little bit, yeah. Alright, so anyway, I'm gonna go over so this is what you need
I
to
don't have it. Mrs. Wells, would you like me to hand out the vocab?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Before we do the vocab though, you wanna make sure that you have, okay, the allied powers, guys, were
I don't have it. So.
Britain, France, Russia, US. That's what you should have
That's
for
it.
ally. Okay, so under the questionnaire for your movie guide, it says access and ally. You know what I'm talking about? So you should have written down allied powers were Britain, France, Russia, and US. Britain, France, Russia, and US. You all have that already?
Mrs. Wells, what do we need again for the access?
The allied were Britain, France, Russia, and US.
Then
Allied.
Russia was on the other side.
Say it again?
Russia was on the other side.
No, allied were Britain, France, Russia, US. Okay.
What does access mean?
Oh, just do the allies for now. Write down the allies. I'll say the axis. Okay. And then the access, okay, were Germany, Italy, Japan, and I want to say China might have come in later, but
I don't think China.
Germany, Italy, Japan. Okay.
Wait, when did China came? 1990 something?
Just write this down for the axis.
I know train, okay?
So you have that for right.
Alright, so you guys okay with that? Alright, perfect. You should have had that written down for Friday, right? Anyway, what you got was the rise of the dictators in World War II. So, on the movie, this kind of falls along great with what we're going to start talking about. We're going to start to see the rise of dictators. At this point, we saw Hitler's coming to reign in Italy, in Germany. Mussolini's coming to rise in Italy, and those two guys are going to join forces. Okay, so no. So we have Mussolini's rising to power. We have Hitler rising to power. The U.S. we're kind of out of it at this point. Okay, we don't know what's going on between Germany and Italy and all that. So, thank you. What you're going to do is we're going to answer, or you're going to do the first 8 vocabulary words. Now, when I say do them, what I'm looking for is definitions. You can use the U.S. history book, or you can Google it on your phone if you prefer that. Or if you have a laptop, you want to Google it, that's fine too. If you prefer paper, then I would use the book. Okay, so it's the first 8.
Wait, I'm just... How much did I grab? Which would you prefer? Which would you prefer?
The laptop part.
I think the book is better, right?
I mean, it depends on what you. I think the book's good. You can just look at the index.
Which one is this?
Yep.
She's a free test. Holding.
One through 8, right? That's as well.
1 through 8. Yep. I'll bring it over here.
You're not doing 9?
1 through 8. 9's after 8, so that's enough. So you're finally just defining the following terms.
How much time do you
know
have?
these terms for dictators. Actually,
It's not. Squad, do you have a racer?
Here we go, 20.
How you guys doing? Okay.
How much time do you have?
Okay, that's fine. I don't know to see. I want to pace everybody.
Might need to
I think-
have variety.
How many terms do we have done now at this point, guys? At least 1, 2 maybe?
I did one.
Okay.
This one's, by terms, you need a vocabulary.
If you finish it, you turn it in. Start
Like,
asking.
you need to write by terms, this, or do you
Yes. That.
This
Yeah.
one.
No, that.
Can I?
That. The other one is supposed to be later.
Sarah, do I search it
This, what do we need?
on the internet if I don't see in the index glossary?
In the gloss, yes, in the glossary. You're
It's not
correct.
there. So I think I'm just gonna search online.
Where are you going?
Oh, you know what? Now, alright, well, I was gonna say, if it's not there,
Cool.
alright, well, guess what, if it's not here,
Stay there.
then that's what I would do. Or what you could do, guess what, if you go to your index,
Oh, until they,
if you look up what page they talk about, okay, that might give you, let's see.
When that tag Tom Emerson.
Yeah.
It's not even here. It's not voice.
No, so guess what, then I would do, internet, your phone.
So I have a question.
So that's what I would do.
I don't see it.
Okay, then what I would do for that, I would go online for that. I think it'd be good. You have your phone, you can Google, I would Google that. Because it wasn't in the index. And I really don't see it. So try Google.
Also, this page it says it's not in there. Alright, we'll Google
That's
that.
all. That's fine.
As well as you said, only up to 8, right?
Yes.
Done.
Good.
Make this class a hell of a lot more interesting.
I mean, they won't know what it is. It's what it is. If you bring it in the people, why not?
So actually, they would.
That's why you should always try to.
Especially my alcohol that I drink. Oh, yeah.
That's why you should drink a minimum.
No. Then they don't not like me. They don't mess up. Why not? It's not like I can.
Alright, so where are we? Are we done yet? Close?
No, I am.
Okay.
I'm my second one.
If you're done, just hang out.
How do you want me?
Looks like most of this is well 3 and 4.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. And I can get this started.
Can I leave now?
I'm like you, you know what?
Yeah, I know.
I
Yes, you would.
I know you.
Yeah, but I need the passion for her in order to leave. And she tells me no, I can't get home.
Why don't you update some of my books?
You do realize though, as soon as I sign out, it would come up on her thing as I left. So I can't do that. I'm leaving before 4 o'clock, I can tell you that. It's just, I don't know when I'm leaving.
God
Bless you. Bless you.
I'm a tissue.
It's allergies.
Coronavirus.
And Ben
And
did
that's
sneeze.
what's
into
going to
the
happen
fleas.
every time someone
Yeah.
sneezes or coughs, and it's not. First of all, sneezing isn't a sign of coronavirus anyway.
Yes, it
So
is.
it's fever and cough, like Olivia's doing over there.
Oh, come on, Olivia.
Olivia, if you're taking this all down, I'm gonna be mad.
And you're coughing in your sleeve.
I know, I'm kidding. I'm
Do it,
kidding.
Ben.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Do it. Smells nice.
You have hand sanitizer. He's got the hand
That's-
sanitizer.
But
I have some
Anthony doesn't.
Clorox. I have Clorox
Good
with.
idea.
There's hand sanitizer up here too.
That's bad. I don't like that.
Yo, Mr.
No.
Harris.
Yes.
I wipe it down with Clorox every
Past
day.
the home.
Home. Oh, you don't want to go home. Yeah. Rest.
Oh, I do. I wipe. I'm a nut. Ask Mr. Harris. I disinfect all the door hand. First of all, I disinfected this morning, and then the guy, they're supposed to be cleaning better. The guy walks by with a rag and just wiped it. He didn't spray nothing on it. I'm like, oh yeah. I
no,
disinfected
you-
it better.
I was gonna
So he disinfected it again, and I do the
Phone
phone, light
disinfect.
switches, and everything else. So
You probably spray some foam and rag.
he probably did, but isn't it better to spray on the
And does he
doorknob?
I would
realize
think I
the
would do
kids
that.
are touching the door handle, so all you're doing is taking
And
it from
actually,
one dude to
if you're
another
doing what
door
you're
to
supposed to be
another
doing,
door to
which means you're supposed to stand
That's
out,
all you're doing.
stand out in the morning,
Just-
nobody should be touching the door.
Right.
Because the door should be open because you
Open.
should be outside. So
Right.
nobody's touched my door handle except for Mr. Harris this morning. Because I let everyone out.
That's right. You never went in.
So you're the only one that's touched it
That's
this
just-
morning. Unless one of you
Oh,
guys
Harris
goes
is
to
gonna give us all the corona.
No, he's disinfecting, yeah.
I'm washing my hands so much, like Mrs. Wells. My
I
hands
have
are
my
actually
hands are cracked
cracking.
and bleeding from
Mine
washing my
are
hands
too.
much. And I'm just disgusted because my kids are gross. And I'm like, they're going to...
I went to the Flyers game on Saturday.
They are.
You should have seen how disgusting that was.
Yeah.
She missed the teacher.
Literally, as soon as people were coming back from like the concession stands, people were coming back and families were going like one at a time to the bathroom after they ate their food or drank out of their drink or whatever. And the guys in the concession stands and stuff had like 3 pairs of gloves on. It's like, dude, my hands would be dead because it'd be just full of sweat from the heat, from the
Right.
heaters, and then touching the money and stuff. Yeah, I couldn't work. And stuff
We were
like
just
that.
saying, I'm not going to public places.
I've never said, get your finger out of your nose, go wash your hands.